Hey everybody, Mrs. Hales here with day 2 of the paper dragon. Remember yesterday or last class we talked about the Chinese dragons and the mythology and the folklore around them being guardians and protectors of the water, and it's thought sometimes they bring you good health and good luck, and they're kind of like a good luck talisman or good luck charm. And then I showed you how to draw a dragon in profile, which was from the side, and you had the option to do that or draw a dragon, full frontal, where you can see both eyes and the whole nose and the whole mouth. So you should have your dragon all drawn. Hopefully you had time to go over your pencil lines with black crayon or Sharpie. You may have even started to color a little bit. Today, I'm just gonna show you real quick how I added my oil pastels for color. You're welcome to use crayons. And then if you have any texture plates or you wanna add some texture or some scales to the body, you're welcome to do that. And then we're gonna just paint the background with liquid watercolor and you'll be all set. Let me show you how I colored my dragon. It's always a good idea to start on the left side and work your way to the right. I haven't colored my mountains yet, but I did that with the dragon. I started on the left side of my dragon and I'm gonna work my way right. I'm gonna color everything red though that I want red. I'm gonna make his body green and his spikes and the frills and all the tentacle things that we talked about being with Chinese dragons. I'm gonna color those like warm colors like red, yellow, and orange. And then I'm gonna make him green. But please don't feel like you have to copy my colors. Just make your dragon however you want it to look and that'll be fine. If you need to peel the paper off your oil pastels, some of you may be running low on colors, feel free to do that. Just know that they break more easily. I didn't want to make green mountains because my dragon is gonna be green, so you can mix it up. Obviously, they're not real, so if you want to make these as fantastical and imaginary as possible, that would be awesome. I'm going to put a darker shade of green on the inside or the underside of my dragon and his arm. And then I'm going to go over that color with a medium, kind of just a straight grass green. And then that's going to be the majority of his color. And then I'll put that color by itself in the middle as well. And then on the very top of his back, I'm going to put the lime green. So I'll go over the medium green with my lightest lime green, and then I'm going to color his spikes with that lime green too. And I'm going to use this same technique on his face. So I'll put the darkest green at the bottom of his chin, the medium green kind of all over, and then leave some white areas at the top of his face for the highlights with the lightest green. You're coloring in something large like this dragon. You're gonna have lots of those little, I call them little balls of oil pastels that like pill up. And I just kind of collect those as I work and I put them in a little pile next to me. And then when I'm finished with my drawing, I'll pick all those up and I'll put them in the trash can all together. Sometimes you can kind of push them or smear them back into your paper, but then you get oil pastels all over your hand, and well, you might not want that. So you can collect those if you want. You can also tap your paper, the edge of your paper on your desk or your table, and they'll fall off your paper and you can collect them that way. Wanted to leave a highlight for his eye. If you wanted to put some veins in his eyes, you could do that. You could probably have flames shooting out of his eyes if you wanted to do that. You can, be creative with these. My watercolor palette has 2 different blues, so because his body is so vibrant and the color is so saturated and juicy, like Miss Hales likes to call it, I wanted the sky background to not be too watery. I wanted it to be as saturated and vibrant as his body is, so that both things would be very bright and the paint, it just looks consistent. I forgot to paint in between his teeth in his mouth, so I had to go back and do that. So if your mouth is open like mine, make sure you paint in there. I hope you love coloring in your dragons as much as I did. I will see you guys next class.